All your dreams are coming true in 2025, and let me tell you how you can achieve that. So if you've done any sorts of New Year resolutions in the past, you know that probably by the end of the first month, half of your goals are already gone. And this leads to our tip number one, which is just to start small. And the reason for starting small is because when you put on a list of, say, 30 goals for yourself all within the first month, you're going to start getting overwhelmed. And if you already have the habit of procrastinating, it's just going to make you want to put all of those things off and procrastinate all within the first month or even the first week of you making those resolutions. So instead of starting big, this time we're going to start small and just start with 1 to 3 very crucial goals that you know for sure you want to tackle this year, and then add on to that as you go throughout the whole year. This way, you know that you're not putting too much on yourself, you know that you're being kind and patient with yourself while tackling those goals. And also, as you start to tackle those goals month by month, you gain more confidence in yourself and you're able to tackle on even more at a time. So instead of writing all of your goals down and maybe overwhelm yourself, try starting small if you feel like making a big list isn't really doing it for you. Number 2, lifestyle change. Understand that if you have big goals for yourself, and especially if it's a health-related goal, you're going to have to make a lifestyle change that is completely different from the way you lived in the past year. So for example, you want to become a healthier person in 2025 and you've been drinking a lot during the entire 2024. Then what you're going to need to do is to cut off a lot of the partying, a lot of the drinking, and you might end up losing a lot of those partying and drinking friends. So depending on how big your goals are, you'll have to be mentally prepared to make changes and to live a life that's completely different from the one that you lived in 2024. But don't be scared, because these changes are meant to bring you one step closer to your dream life in 2025 and to help you live a happier and healthier life. And one thing I learned from my own manifestation journey is that in order for me to live a newer and happier life, the old one has to go. It has to be completely out of the window in order to make space for the new one. And the faster you're able to let those old things go, the faster the new one will come in. So do not be afraid to make drastic changes in 2025, especially if you know that that's going to be for your own good. Number 3, stay logged in. And this is where journaling comes into help, because when you journal, you record how you feel every single day, and you are also recording why you want to make the changes that you want to make in your life. Every time you feel like you're regressing back a little bit or you want to go back to your old ways, you just have to take a look at your journal and remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing right now and why you wanted to make these changes in the first place to help you stay locked into your new future. So for example, let's say you've been wanting to get your grades up throughout the entire 2024, but you've just been gaming way too much in 2024 to stay focused on school. And in 2025, every time you study for a few hours straight and you get the urge to go back and play games for a few hours, you need to remind yourself what happened when you couldn't stay locked into getting your grades up back in the last year. And as you were reading your journal about how you wanted to get your grades up so bad in 2025, you'll remind yourself why is it that you made this resolution in the first place and how you felt when you were getting bad grades. And journaling will also help you retain the happiness that you feel when you're able to get your grades up. So next time you encounter a very hard test and you want to give up on studying, you go back to your journal and read about how happy you were when you actually got your grades up, and to remind yourself to keep going and to stay focused. And to also remind yourself that the hours of you getting quick dopamine fixes will not make any progress towards your long-term future goals. So one way that I myself like to stay locked in is to watch videos of people around my age who are doing what I do for a living, and to remind myself that if I just stay focused, locked in for a few months, I'll be able to achieve the exact same thing that they do. Because if someone else my age can do it with the exact same 24 hours of a day, then I can do the same. I am not any less smarter than they are. I am not any less capable than they are. So if they can do it, then I can too. And the only difference that truly separates us is our attention and focus. Okay, now moving on to number 4. Prioritize your core values. And what I mean by this is, let's say your number 1 priority in 2025 is to have better health, and you have a list of things that you want to do every single day. but you also caught a cold, so you're unable to tackle everything that you set out for yourself, then what you can do is pick out the few things that really align with your core value of having better health. So make sure you drink all your glasses of water and maybe do some small at-home stretching or a at-home YouTube workout. And as for the other goals on the list, you'll just have to wait until your cold is gone to go back and tackle them again. This way, when you're either out traveling or you're having off days, you're still able to make progress here and there while not overwhelming yourself. Number 5, make adjustments as you go. So you might be like, Sabrina, I think that's cheating. Like, I can make a list of 1 to 30 things that I want to do in 2025 and start crossing them out one by one and be like, yay, I did it. I actually accomplished everything that I wanted to do this year. Yes. And for that, I just want you to know that so just know that it's okay to make adjustments bit by bit if you feel like your list is starting to overwhelm you, because your 2025 New Year resolution is supposed to help you improve your life. It's not really there to just overwhelm you with all these new things. And it's very important to have self-compassion for yourself when you're not able to do everything that you originally set out to do, because we're only human. We only have so much time and we can only do so much sometimes. And to also trust and know that whatever it is that you're already doing is already enough to make your life going in a better direction. And last but not least, I have a small meditation exercise for you guys. Visualize your new life. So how this works is you sit down in a meditative position and you put on a guided meditation video, preferably, that's about improving a life or manifest your dream life or manifest a new life. And you really sit down and hone in on visualizing what your ideal dream life would look like and what kind of person you would be when you're living that life out, and exactly how you would feel going about your day-to-day task. The more detailed your scenario is and the more detail you're able to hone out during your meditation exercise, and the stronger you're able to feel your feelings during your meditation, the better the results will be. And a very important thing I urge you to think about is, how would your future self living your ideal dream life go about tackling the same issues that you're having right now? And after you're able to find those answers for yourself, before you finish the meditation exercise, make sure to say your gratitude to the universe, to spirits or ancestors, or to whatever it is that you believe in, or to have gratitude for yourself for the time that you have to be able to do this exercise. And as you wake up, I want you to realize that you are now already embodying the new version of you. And the next step is to journal down everything that you felt and everything that you saw during that meditation exercise, and make sure to write keywords to help you remember those moments. And now move on with your current life with those feelings that you just embodied in mind, and every single time you feel like you're regressing back to your old self, pull up those journals and look at those keywords to help you remember what your future self living your dream life would be like. And remember to give yourself reminders on why you want to make those changes and why is it that you want to live the life that you live, and to remind yourself of what is it that you saw during your meditation to persist through some of the harder times in life. And remember, it is very important to persist for about 3 months, because science has proven that once you're able to stick to something for 3 months, that habit will be yours to keep forever. And for anyone out there who is also into manifestation like me, remember that all manifestations are instant, so the second you embody that energy, you already manifested. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Bye!